Grand Rise, Willie Whittle. It shall be dope. This is the pod. Let's get into it. Listen. I just counted up all my podcasts, and I'm kind of excited because this is 50. This is the 50th time that I've sat here and I spoke my words to whoever's listening, which I super appreciate you if you give it a listen. I super appreciate you if you've given me the time to exercise my verbal skills and just kind of elaborate on how I feel, getting into the mind of It Shall Be Dope and the thought process behind Willie Whittle. If you were there for the journey, which has consistently been my path to peace, then you know it's dope, and it shall be dope. We on the way, so I super appreciate that in my heart for sure. I like to surround myself with greatness. The people that I surround myself with, and the people that I collaborate with, talk to on a daily basis, you can see the level of greatness that they're trying to exert. And I want them to continue to amplify and push that because that's what it's about. That's what the path is about. I want to talk about a specific conversation that I had the other day. And this was good. And it was pretty much, and I say conversation, but it was just me talking. So one of the funny jokes that me and my homegirl had yesterday, homegirl Nadal, she's dope, the dopest, by the way. One of the conversations we had the other day, she says, sometimes you just talk, and sometimes you just want to be heard. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's just on my heart that way. Like sometimes it just be me wanting to have somebody listen. So, I need that sometimes. So sometimes that's how I cook. You know what I mean? When I'm talking and I'm just rambling or in my thoughts or in my feelings or whatever, like it puts me in a place to just be myself. And sometimes I don't get a lot of that, which is okay. Like it's okay because sometimes you got to be at peace. You got to be in your collaborative space by yourself too. You know what I mean? So a lot of that becomes practice. Like Allen Iverson says, practice. It's just practice. The point being, nobody's gonna see the grind. They see you. They know you're there. They understand like who you are and what's going on, but nobody really sees the grind, the hustle, the discipline, the determination that people have behind the things that they do because everybody's focused on their own thing, and that's exactly how it's supposed to be. We are our own main characters in our own stories, right? We are our own characters on our own stories, and we trying to focus on ourselves. But when you pop back up, make sure that your grind is exactly what you wanted it to be and you've achieved the goals that you set for yourself. Don't let anybody's expectations set the goals for you. I'm at 50 episodes. It was a time, obviously, where I'm recording, I'm talking, and I don't know who's going to hear it. I don't know who's going to press play or not, who's going to vibe with it or not, who gets the message or not. Somebody could be like, man, that dude, whatever. Or not even give me the chance. Like, breeze over me just like, you scrolling or whatever. So I super appreciate the fact that the people who've invested a little bit of time, and I tell people now, like, give me 60 seconds. Give me 60 seconds. Let me get past the intro. Give me 60 seconds. Let me cook for a little bit and see what you think, right? Because I feel like what I'm giving is from a place of just understanding who I am and learning who I am every day. And I think a lot of people go through that same thing. So back to the original. And by the way, before I get into my story, let me point out that I got the greats around me. Like I keep the Shaq jersey behind me. Definitely one of the dopest inspirations to me at first being a young kid, seeing a big man do the stuff that he did, on a basketball court and stuff. I was like, yeah, I got to be more like Shaq. You know what I mean? Dominant. Like he dominates and he owns the place. You know what I mean? And now, seeing what he does in business, he kind of smoothly dominates but owns the place. You know what I mean? So that's dope. And then Jackie, the pioneer, the goat. Without people like Jackie, and today I got on Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? The other goat, respectively, in all of their sports. Um, without without Jackie, we wouldn't even be playing baseball on a major level. He came through and did what most people said he couldn't, most people said he shouldn't, and most people said he wouldn't. And he still broke all of those barriers, um, stealing bases, hitting home runs, like just taking over. So I think that um, it's not about trying to be in a space and just taking it over per se. Like I just said, it's not really the takeover. It's more or less the coexistence. We still strive to be great too, just like everybody else strives to be great. So stick with that. Like when you think about these thoughts and policies and everything and stuff going on, we're all just trying to be great people. Viewpoints are different. So before I get into politics, the conversation that I had, I'm talking about me in this conversation, and as I'm speaking on it, I'm explaining to this person, like, yeah, and I got a podcast, and they're like, oh, you got a podcast? I didn't know that. Like, that's what's up. Like it's called It Shall Be Dope. It's about trying to follow your mission of peace, you know, and as long as you do it with love, it shall be dope. Tagline, right? So uh, after I get that out, I go on to explain this. This is something that's been on my heart for a little bit. I was like, and if I said this, I probably hurt the brand, but I've been here for 50 episodes, so what can I do? The mission is always peace, right? But the and that's what I tell people. But the mission, the path to peace, is not really the mission, right? The path is to find balance. And in this new era of state that we in, henceforth the hat, you know what I mean, the new era prototype, the mission is balance. The mission is balance. See, we live in a chaotic state and a peaceful state, more or less. However the vibe is going, however you feeling, however the world is, treating your energy, you're going to either feel like you're operating in a world of peace or you're operating in a world of chaos. So the mission is balance because you have to learn how to navigate both. Because think about this. I don't think that it's bad to have too much peace, but at some point when you're at a peaceful state, something chaotic can be minor to you, right? Because you're not practicing how to mitigate chaos. So that balance allows you to strengthen the appreciation that you have for peace. And the appreciation for peace helps you prepare for the chaos, right? So because one thing is for sure, like when we try to prepare as much as we possibly can. In our peaceful times, you're not supposed to get lax. You're not supposed to just chill and be like, man, finally. Like, no, that's when you do some of the work too. Like, that's when the behind the scenes works happen. So when I had this conversation, it was just me really digging into, you have to have both. It has to be the balance. It's the yin yang of our lifeblood, right? It's like no matter what, we have to learn how to operate in chaos. I think that people who don't see that or who have had a life, and no knock to them or whatever, but people who've had a life that allows them to feel more of the peace, more of this move is easy, this move is easy. When they hit a bump, it turns into this is their chaos, right? Relative, right? if you lived a hard life, if you've struggled, had to grind, literally getting it out the mud. I've done. I didn't. I struggled. Me and Lex struggled, and we just tried to make a way for our babies. And to get where I'm at now, there's a true appreciation for the chaos, right? So you still have to appreciate that chaos when you get to a place of peace, like. And there's always going to be something. You just now have to understand, like, oh, I learned something. I have the experience to push through this chaos, right? So that's what it's about. Like, it's about the push, the experience, the actual learning of how to work the balance. So just appreciate that as the path, which still coincides with the mission of It Shall Be Dope, right? No matter what, I'm here to help with the peace. I'm here to help with the chaos. Because we going to have it. We going to have it regardless. So facts, just continue to not run from the chaos. Because if you run from the chaos and you hide with the peace, the chaos is going to come over and your balance is going to be shook. Follow that. Put yourself in a new space. Put yourself in a new mode. I'm proud of a lot of the people that's in my life right now. They are understanding a lot about themselves. And you can do, funny story, you can do that at any age. You can do that whenever. You can learn something new about yourself and be like, yo, I didn't know I was able to do this, or I had it in me to do this. I got some new ventures on the horizon that I really am excited to get into. And like I said, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I wouldn't have been on the same wavelength. We're supposed to change. The path is supposed to be ever evolving, right? It's supposed to continue to evolve. And that's the purpose. That's the path. That's what shall be dope. That's what's in our hearts. That's what is the mantra for your next move, your next float through balance. Like whenever you have to have that, oh, here comes some chaos, but I'm ready for it. Even if you're not ready for it, hey, yo, I still kind of prepared for this, and I remember some other chaos, and this chaos is not as bad as that. So now it can't be that bad. That's how you move in a positive energy, right? So 50 episodes, I've been taking y'all down this journey. I'm definitely doing 50 more. I'm trying to get to, I don't know, 100,000. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna continue to record. I'm gonna continue to speak my piece with my peeps. That's a Biggie line, by the way, because I'm a hip hop head, right? So just got to keep going. We got to keep pushing. Find you some dope music today. Find you some a dope podcast. It shall be dope. It's dope. Listen to it, and then find you a way to just enjoy a little bit of your time today, because it shall be dope, and you are dope. Period. Continue to push your dopeness across the board, and remember that balance. That balance is serious. So lean on your ancestors. Muhammad, Jackie, Shaq ain't my ancestor, but you know what it is. Lean on the stuff that built you, the stuff that you know that fuels your fire, and continue to walk down that journey. Follow that mission. Be peaceful, absolutely. Know you walk in a balance, but the mission is to be at peace, and you want that peace to be strong. You want that peace to be strong. As long as we do that with love in our hearts, it shall be dope. Thank y'all for being with me for 50. Take it easy. Have a blessed day.